Okay, so the terrorists in my head are talking, and I'm having a full-on conversation with them. If you hear them talking, let me know. Okay, so honey, what were you saying? She's trying to get me to hit the car in front of me. I mean, she's not trying to force me to hit it. Like, she's trying to distract me so that I hit the car in front of me. It's a terrorist talking in my head. But they do take control of my vehicle at times. This is one of those times. It's kind of like he's like a rolling stop. This is my fault though. Anyways, I can still hear her. She said, "Go fuck yourself." Why don't we just have a normal conversation like we always have? You don't like this conversation that we have where I'm like, you sound stupid. This doesn't make sense. It's time to go return the money. Locked up. She's singing in my head. So here's a question. This is when I start to like, I'm just like, bitch, you can't prove shit here. I can record while I'm driving. I don't have to pick up my phone so that I can pick up the voices driving. One quick. Okay, everybody. I'm driving, okay? Now, aside from that, I'm on the road. Yeah, even better. Let's see if you can see the screen. You can see my car. And I was trying to see if you could see through the sunroof. But anyways, so I'm like, why is she talking while I'm driving? She's like, why am I dehydrating the mucus in your lungs or your chest or your throat or your sinuses? One of them just said, ha. And he's using it like this child's voice when he's clearly my age or older. And he's like, go figure yourself, you stupid bitch. Okay, this is a grown-ass man using a voice changer like a bitch. He just made a spitting sound like a camel. He said, go fuck yourself using some little boy's voice. Go ahead, honey. Anyway, so I asked myself some serious questions like, why the fuck is this bitch still talking and she can't prove shit while I'm obviously on the freeway? I'm driving. What am I gonna do right now, sweetheart? Okay. So she can't do shit. And I'm like, this is like me really like asking questions and then it's like, well, let me just test this shit. Let me just drive from Irvine to Mission Viejo without playing any music, hit record on my phone, and see if it picks up any sounds or anybody talking. I'm like, okay, so the camera didn't stop the bitch from talking in my head. I'm on a freeway. The bitch can't traffic me and force me like they said they've done with other people. So I'm like, okay, so I'm in a better position than those people, clearly. They're saying, fuck you. It's like 3 or 4 voices that I hear right now. Giggling, like suffocating me, they make me swell, blah, blah, blah. Same old. They're still talking. So the questions I ask myself are, okay, and let's say they want to torture me to death until I want to kill myself. but they can't so aggressively do it that I die. And I'm in the car, it's raining. So if I hear them in my head and they're talking, and God forbid someone like slides into me, or I slide into someone else, or I'm just so distracted from their voices that something just, I lose control. I don't know. Or my vision, like I start seeing like the lanes kind of like closing in on each other, and now I'm like driving in between lanes, like I'm just not knowing which lane I'm supposed to be in, because my perception of my lane is altered. Like, and I hit somebody and I die, and I keep thinking, well, the bitch will get, like, why is she talking still? So we got the records out of the way because they're talking. Like, that's like way out. Like that's beyond checked off. That's bulletproof. That is a fact. Okay. Now, why are they talking all the fucking time? There are records. They're trying to traffic you. To commit a crime. But why not wait for the perfect opportunity? Like, why not? And this is like why I'm like, why in the car? Why while I'm in the bathroom? Like, what am I gonna do here, bitch? I'm not gonna snort my shit. Like, what am I gonna do here? What am I gonna roll a doobie? So, what am I smoking? Like, what is this? So, anyway, so, all I keep thinking is, why in the fuck are they still talking? Like, shut the fuck up, or own this like you say you do, right? Because in my head, they're like it's this attitude, this like arrogant, puff chest, I'm so much better than you, I'm smarter than you, I'll retard you, I'm a terrorist, I have money, I got away with shit, blah, 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 right? And I'm thinking like, bitch, what in the fuck are you doing talking while I'm driving down the freeway? Why not? Oh yeah, sorry, back to my point. I told you I'd stray. Why not just catch me like at a vulnerable state? You know, I'm happy, I feel good about myself, right? I'm feeling attractive, I'm at a party, and, you know, I'm being invited places, I'm going places, I'm drinking, you know, why not just slide me a fucking, like, line and just see if I, you know, and you know, not a line, like a guy getting at me, because I'll take that all day, I eat that up every day, all day, but why not just, like, put some coke on on paper or whatever, however you fucking smoke it, snort it, whatever you do with it, and just slide me one, you know, have a hot guy try to get me to do it. Well, like, I'm on that happy retarded high. You know that when you're so happy you're retarded. it's actually not bad to be like mad happy for you. Like if you're happy but you have this like everything annoys you still, but you're like, it's better than sitting at home, kind of attitude, fuck you. You are in the best day of your life, fuck you. Because it's not like, yippee! I'm getting invited out! It's more like, I have a place to go, but I'm very for now. Attitude. They're playing with my head. So, sorry if I sound illiterate. It's not my fault. I'm not taking any of this lightly, and at the same time, I'm such a light spirit that it just sounds as though, I mean, it's just the attitude I carry through any problem. You can choose your battles, and then you can choose how you're going to deal with them. So with that said, they were talking the whole fucking time and laughing the whole time I was on the freeway. The question is, why in the fuck are they still talking during these times where they're not gonna catch me doing shit? I mean, they wouldn't catch me doing shit, especially now. They'll never catch me slipping now, ever in their fucking life. I'm gonna shit on their records, but I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna shit on your records. Now, okay, so even more, like, here are, like, more questions to ask these terrorists because they're still talking in my fucking head. Why are you still talking, bitch? You know I'm gonna shit on your records. I'm not, there's no way you're gonna fucking catch me slipping. I'm not, there's no way. Like, this isn't even my A game, bitch. This is like, I'm so fucking grounded. The fucking war is done. Like, we're done talking. I am the ground that she gets to walk on if I fucking let her. Fucking. So she understands that I'm not like, I'm done. I'm just like, I'm like that, or I'm that bridge. I'm that bridge. I'm that bridge. Okay. And I'm just like, nah. Like, fuck that shit. Like, I feel like being, I can't carry all this fucking weight, fucking world. Drop these bitches. Like, that's who I am to that bitch, fucking world. I'm that bridge, and at this point, I'm like, fuck this, I'm not bridging this bitch, bitch can drown. I'll bridge everyone but this bitch. These bitches. They're not walking all over me. Okay, well, thank God the ground will swallow you up too, fucking bitch. I'll send you back to where you fucking came from. So, back to where we were, or where I was. Like I said, if I'm confident and I'm grounded, I feel that everything is sound, I won't fucking swallow you, won't fucking. So that's me to her. Thank God there's math in my life. I would be fucked otherwise. think, I don't know. I'm like, Jesus, I like moving in mobs, so I don't know. But anyways, I don't know, I don't think you'd ever catch me by myself. That'd be really hard. I'm trying to find like the weak spots in my personality. I just can't. But anyways, what was I saying? Fucking word. Why is the bitch still talking? She's still talking about it. She's laughing at how illiterate I sound. Tell me if you heard her. Hi, she's like, you're stupid or whatever she said. But now they're whispering because they're like they're trying to disguise their voices or blend them in with the vibrations. Okay, the osculating sounds. It's just not osculating. Let me know if you heard anybody say osculating. Okay. But I'm not gonna slip up. I'm gonna shit on these records. It's not just I'm shitting. There's absolutely no reason to do this. Like, no reason, to do this. No reason for her to talk. If anything, it's to her disadvantage. So the weapon must be on a timer. It times out or something. And these bitches they're keeping it active. I want to know the beat of this drum, God. She said oscillating, so it must look like a butterfly. Okay, so now I'm thinking to myself, it's probably nothing I want to discuss because I don't understand it. I'm just brainstorming. But there are people that they can control, and there are central points. And these central, okay, I guess I am talking about it. There are these central points. It does time out. It has to time out. And they want it to set it off. Oh, okay. So they got it a few times. It's what it sounds like. But how? What time did I leave today? Oh my babies, it's 8 o'clock. They haven't eaten all day. What time did I leave here? Oh my God, they've been by themselves for 7-8 hours. That's what they wanted. So it sounds as though, and I'm like, this is like so, this is so like I haven't like thoroughly thought this through, right? This is brainstorming. This is just, I don't know what you call this, brainstorming. Trying to make sense of it all, right? So it's obvious. It sounds like it's on a timer, right? And the reason why I say that is because they keep talking, and they have to talk no matter what. And the talk, it's not just talking. They're talking, and they're attacked using the telepathy technology, which can cause brain damage, cancer, alopecia. It causes it can cause everything. Anyways, cancer, damage your organs, tissues, give you a heart attack, make you blind, rewire your brain. So it's like they create these it's almost like someone dropped took a dropper and dropped and let the little like dropped a little a drop, right? And it ripples into the water. A droplet into the water. They're playing with my head, so, and I'm not illiterate. They're just psycho bitches that are gonna end up getting sentenced to death. And they're fucking mad because I'm so solid on my I'm solid all the way around. Like, there's no way I'm fucking hell any one of these bitches is gonna break me. So, they're getting sentenced to death, and that's fine. So, it's like a droplet hitting the water, and it ripples, right? And then, let's say there are like 5 of them, and it looks like a flower, right? But they're overlapping, like the petals of the ripples. We'll call them petals. Overlap. And in the center of those ripples is one subject. So it's almost like they want to create these ripples, and those ripples, though, are the networks that surround certain people. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then you have one person that is in the middle of that ripple that connects them all. And initially, it's like they are forcing the AI as to how big that ripple gets, right? And who is in that ripple. So they're creating these maps of people, networks of people, and they're placing them in this, what seems like a flower, right? I'm just going to call it what I think it is. This is like this is such a major guess. Like, I'm just throwing shit out there. And when they say, okay, I'm going to investigate someone, right? Once they've created these ripples, right? there, in between those ripples, between the petals, there's overlaps. And those overlaps are where you find criminals and victims. And they create in those petal overlap petals, sounds like this is where there's a where I would assume at this point they have found other entities that also are, well, I don't know, investigating or not investigating, right? Investigating. I don't know. What am I doing close? Investigating or not investigating. Investigating or not investigating. Okay. Is that what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. So it seems as though their attempts are to overlap other people's flowers, right? To either witness to a crime of that investigation, the actual unit's crimes, or to camouflage so that if in fact they know they're dirty, right? And the terrorists talking in my head also want to be dirty, then it's like, why not tie ourselves up with their crimes? Right? And then it's like, it kind of keeps things, well, okay, let's stick to our flower first, and then we could get more complicated than that. I assume that the like organization is like a flower. They're like these groups, like pods, right? And they look like a flower, and there's a central point, and the petals overlap, and in between those little petals, they have like crimes that are being committed, and then they, the terrorists will sit there and say, oh, there was a crime committed, right? And this person needs to be investigated, right? I'm not going to get... Now, how one gets to the next, like, that synapse, that little, like, signal that shoots from one to the next, okay, to make sense of this all, I don't know yet. But somehow, okay, they say... Because, okay, and here's my thought process. I'm like, okay, assume, because they're talking to, and they're saying like someone basically has to die so that they have to further investigate, and it has to be like some like unforeseen death. Okay, so there's this unforeseen death, and they have to further investigate. This is what I'm going to say. Now, how they get there, I have no idea. I'm still trying to... My mind will start making calculations, and I've never actually, I haven't dove in that deep, so these bitches have no idea where my mind's gonna fucking go. Fuck you. Which is great. I love that part about it. Fuck you. So, this is how you want to be. Okay, that's how you keep this AI, how you distinguish your own thoughts from theirs and them controlling you, because these bitches are out to fucking, like, they want so badly to make everything in sync so it looks like you, but they're investigating you at the same time, and it's just, they're fucking nuts. So I love all that left field shit. Fucking, because I don't know, and it's not like they're gonna fucking tell me. So all I can sit here and do is guess, and I mean, I'm guessing in this like arena, like it's the abyss to me, fucking horror, and I'm just like taking jabs into fucking black, like black hole. Hoping to find the end of it. So, what I assume is like this flower that they create, when they go back to reinvestigate, it's already it's already an oiled machine, and it kind of ticks to the beat of the networks they've already created. So without them having to actually manipulate anything, it does it on its own. So it seems as though like initially their parents or their grandparents who first came to America because they were refugees of terrorism, right, came over here and said, oh, we're minorities and now we're being prosecuted, blah, 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 right? And they were creating the circle. And then the second, like when they created the circle, it was like, okay, now we have to make reason to continue on, right? Because it's like, how long are you going to just... They create the circle. It has to keep going. It has to keep going. The thing has to keep ticking. It has to keep ticking till it finds something. Till it comes back with the results that they want. Or it has to keep ticking, meaning it... So they oil rig it basically so that it ripples, and when it ripples out, it catches something within someone else's circle. And then they can sit there and say they didn't do anything, they need further investigation. Sorry. I don't know. I feel like I'm closer, as off as I sound, than I was before. The ticking makes sense. So if the ticking were to target, okay, it moves at like, so they map it out so that the ticks tick to the beat of the map that they need to the means that they're trying to get to, right? Well, ultimately, it would be records. Ultimately, go back. Bitches are fucking talking in my head. They're trying to make it look like I'm high. I'm not high ever. Although I do. Okay, I have to be honest. I took 2 puffs of a vape. It wasn't the worst thing. Won't do it again. Anyways. But, because my lungs are clear and there's no way out. And I like going to the gym, and I definitely want to fucking destroy these bitches. And I'm done talking. I don't give a shit. I have kids, and they messed them. They ruined my entire fucking life. I can't fall in love now. I have brain damage. My hair fell out. I'm 40. My kids have been deprived. My son has never traveled with me. Neither has my daughter. I have done nothing. No, they haven't played a sport, played an instrument. They not a part. Like, I mean, when they were young, they had parties, but they did not do what teenagers should do. My kids were watching me flip the fuck out. So I'm like, I'm done. Like that's and they're not going anywhere. My daughter's a freshman in high school. They're gonna be here from now till she graduates. I have nothing on my mind but watching these bitches get sentenced to death. What was I gonna say? Oh, it's the records. So I'm like, okay, they're not smart enough to... Maybe they assumed that there were other terrorist organizations not from Egypt or from other from Arab countries or from Asian countries, Asia or Russia or UK or whatever, and they figured, hey, well, if we're all on the same page, then this isn't going to be an issue, right? Because none of them have the ability to hack into someone's head. Where was I going with this? Oh, so to say, like, they don't know who's actually investigating and who's committing crimes, right? So the only thing that I could think of is, because I'm like, why are they still talking then? If the point of it is to own the records and provide evidence that to say someone else is committing a crime using the telepathy technologies and providing evidence would... I mean, I guess why wouldn't you do either or, right? But then, wait. Wait, I'm thinking. See, when I start thinking, they start talking. So if they could, for example, there are people that have because they can't trip up someone who can hack into someone's head without having to sit there and put in permissions, right? Or someone who blocks it. So who are they after? World leaders, like in regards to money? People who... the wealthy? because they have access to the records. Okay, so let's say there's Hollywood, which is an entity whom I believe to be undercovers. Okay. And beautiful people, by the way, in every way. And there are the NASA entities, like your space and science entities of intellects that specialize and exceed all of our IQs and expectations in every way, right? Who we completely rely on. But without being able to move mobs. So, anyways, who are these terrorists after, right? So their job all day is to find ways to frame the elites and intellects and people that move crowds using these telepathy technologies to basically twist their arms to get them to operate and do business with them, right? Under their terms. But they can't, but the terrorists can't, but they have to, their records have to come clean, meaning that they have to be fully disguised, because there are nations involved, in nations, we're talking about like how many people are what is the population of China? What is the population of the U.S.? We're talking about populations of countries here, okay? And of course they can't, it's not like they can go up against these nations and the populations of people that they hold, right? So, assuming they can twist their arm, keep the records, well, obviously, if they have the records clear and they're framing them, then it's like, who's going to go up against them? Who's going to argue with them, right? So, if the records are clean and they can frame them, then who cares who holds the records, right? And that is the name of the game. If they can disguise the record. But if they can't disguise the record, then that's where things become obviously shaky or uncomfortable for them. So the means would be to always have that upper hand. However, That's the upper hand. That's their upper hand. Or it was. Now you're going to find 144 chosen ones sounding just like me. Well, not like me, but they're targeted individuals. The chosen ones. Because that's the number of people that are investigated that can provide the records and collect all records from the beginning of this weird, like, system of an AI thing and piece it together, and voila, the actual real story. So, it's like the way they wanted it to, like, oil rig it, right, is like it does it's okay. Here's what I was trying to say. God, like 48 minutes and I still haven't gotten to a point where said anything. It sounds like what they want to do is they start this ripple and they want to command the AI to basically create a ripple around points of intersections, right? And then from there, they want the AI to on its own tick to a beat that would create more ripples that overlap until, like, basically it's so in sync, like all their little rings are so in sync that it just ticks to the beat and they don't have to do anything. That obviously was the ultimate goal, and then they don't have to worry about the records. But we're talking about intellects, and they're sitting there playing chess with these psychos, and it's not just chess. Like, they own the game. They decided the pieces. They decided the plays. They decided they decided on the board. They decided on the like the rules. It's like, what the fuck are we playing here? How are you playing someone else? This is not even a fucking game. You're just really a fucking piece in the fucking game. Like, so it doesn't make sense to me what they're doing. The terrorist talking in my head, but it's obvious that I guess they thought they could outsmart it and kind of make it tick to the beat that they wanted it to, and then it would just naturally, like, it would find a crime, list the suspects, and on its own, after they've created all these ripples, it would then, further investigate. Like, it'll call the suspects and then go further to investigate, and then it finds something, and then, but it's not complete, and so it asks to, it suggests to investigate further, and so on and so forth, to keep it. And then it's like there are certain individuals, or not necessarily individuals, but I guess well, in their case, it's just to keep everybody oppressed because they don't want anybody to know what the fuck they've been doing. So everyone is the victim of their crimes, I would assume. But yeah, anyways, I made no sense to anybody, although I made sense to myself. So, fuck all of you. there are still like the details that I'm good at the big picture. Like I'm like, okay, woo, there it is. But then it's like the connections. That's the part that takes obvious time to understand. I'm getting it though. Anyways, hope you all have a great night. Fuck you if you didn't understand. Fuck you if you tried. um, and yeah, I got it though. Have a good night.